potentially some Georgia Tech fans. possible. It's possible, guys. It's possible that there's some Georgia Tech fans in here. Come on, guys. Come on. Don't make fun of them. Come on. There might be some showing up tonight. What's up, Crip? We're going to get everything set up. Talk about this matchup a little bit. What's up, Cole? Get everything set up here right quick. I'm happy you guys are here tonight. Miami fans have sort of disappeared over the last few weeks. Not all of us, but a lot have. Let's see, get everything going here. What's up? We got Eric in the house. Glenn. Gonna be crazy tonight. Crip, Cole, Adrian, Estrada, Mike, Richard. Man, you guys are all showing up tonight. And I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. Probably 30 seconds before I flipped my mic on and started talking, this water bottle popped. You know, when it just kind of like that. And I legit hit the floor like I thought I was being shot at. So I'm going to go ahead and warn you. I don't know if I'm being jumpy tonight or what's going on, but true story. So, hey, hurricane zone. Flying down to Atlanta tomorrow. It's going to be 49 degrees at kickoff. Yep, I got around here. Yeah, around 40-something degrees. Ugh, man, that's rough. That's rough, man. But let's talk about Miami Hurricanes tomorrow night versus the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Game's going to be on ESPN2 at Bobby Dodd Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia. As Hurricane Zone just said, it's going to be around 45 to 49 degrees for kickoff. You know, that's rough. But I just want to kind of talk about the game a little bit for just a little bit tonight anyways. So we'll see how many Miami Hurricanes fans are still sticking around. Like I said, it's been a slow time now for Miami content makers and things because people are jumping ship left and right. And I say props to you. You know, go ahead, get them out of here. So, and hey, Glenn, I did see your joke that you posted on YouTube. That actually made me LOL. That was pretty funny, my man. But let's hop right into it. Let's talk about this game a little bit. Maybe we'll try to take some phone calls at the end. And since some of you are showing up tonight, we might do a giveaway at the end of stream as well. So be sure to hang out for that. We're going to try to do that. So let's talk about this game a little bit. Talk about who's starting, who's not, what we think the outcome might be. So as many of you know, I've got a couple of talking points for tonight. Hey, Blazes Door. Got a couple of talking points for tonight. I originally thought that Travis Homer was not going to be playing in this game because, as many of you know, he was on the bike a lot this week, the stationary bike, and he had strained his calf in the Duke game. It has been confirmed that he will see playing time tomorrow night against Georgia Tech, but they do have, I actually think they said that they have Cam Davis ready to go just in case. So Cam Davis might get some carries as well. I don't know. That's just what I read. But apparently Homer is expected to play tomorrow night. So hopefully he's not trying to be too careful, I guess. You don't want him to get injured, but I hope he's not. I'm at a loss for words for what I'm trying to say. But basically, I don't want him to be kind of worried about that injury. I'd rather just put another guy in that's healthy if it comes down to it. So, and yeah, Canes Hoops does start tonight. It actually already started. It started about an hour ago, I think. But yeah, there's that. Travis Homer. It also has been announced that N'Kosi Perry, for those of you who do not know, N'Kosi Perry will be starting. He will be the starting quarterback. Apparently, Rick has kind of said but not said that he wants to stick with one QB no matter what's happening. That's just what I heard. So I don't know if that's true or not. Obviously, it's been the QB hokey pokey so far this season, so I don't know how true he's going to stay to his word with that. But we'll see. Is it official that Lingard is out for the year? Lingard is done for the season, Chris. That is correct. Unfortunately, I think that he might have got some carries a little bit in the later part of the season in these last 3 games, but kind of stinks, you know. Hey, how's it going, Linda? Or I think actually Mike. I think I might have the right name. Where's Coach Coop? That's a once-a-year thing, Glenn. Once a year. We're going to try to make that a thing, though. So props to you guys who are making the trip out to Atlanta. Again, it's going to be a cold one, so That's gonna be rough for you guys, but I appreciate you guys showing the Canes support and showing up for the game. That's really important. And Adrian, you are kind of getting on to what we're about to touch on as well. The biggest key factor for me in this game is, well, actually, let me go and get this out of the way. I have predicted the Canes winning this game. As many of you know, last week I predicted potentially that they could lose. It kind of depended on the QB situation and whatnot. But I did predict that they could lose this game. Gonna be a close one. Yeah, I know they're in this funky green color. My printer's out of ink apparently. But I've got Miami winning a close one, 20-13. I still think the offense will sputter. I still think they're gonna have problems, just honestly, until we all know that situation, what we're waiting on to happen there. Offense will still sputter. The key here is that we need the offense to create longer drives to give the defense a rest. Now, obviously, I'm okay if, 2 plays into a drive, DJ Dallas or Travis Homer bust out a 70-yard touchdown run. Awesome. I mean, I'm okay with that. But we need a couple of long drives to give the defense a rest, because let's be real, we all know that crazy, man, getting tongue-tied here. We all know that crazy triple option offense that Georgia Tech runs. Obviously, it needs no introduction at all. Half the time, the cameraman can't follow the ball. Like I said in the preview video, a lot of times I act like that I know where the ball is going, but I have no idea. It tricks me. You know what I'm saying? So a big thing is to let the defense rest, because I'm going to be straight with you guys. If the defense does not get adequate rest between drives, this one hurts. The defense could be gassed by halfway through the third quarter. I'm just being real. They're going to be doing everything they can to catch their breath in the locker room at halftime. Halfway through the third quarter, throw in the towel. They're going to be gassed. But if the offense can create some longer drives, obviously I want them to create points, but even if it doesn't always create points, we need some 9, 10, 11, 12 play drives at least, minimum, to give the defense a rest. That's super important. Any word on who's calling the plays? Gonna be the same as it has been. So, but a real interesting thing here, Georgia Tech. Well, I know we talked about this in the preview video, but not everybody watches the preview videos. Appreciate you guys who do. You know who you are. Georgia Tech has thrown the ball only 2 times in the last 2 games. Their game last week, they ran the ball every single down. Because here's the thing, I get them, obviously, again, Georgia Tech runs the ball. Everybody knows it's what they do. You know it's what they're going to do. But normally they'll still do like a little fake or some kind of play action, something, and throw the deep ball. No. These guys ran the ball every single down and won the game. So my thing is, honestly, that takes some pretty good discipline and execution to be able to do that. Now, over the last few years, Miami, in my opinion, yes, I know last year was close. I know that it was. But overall, the Canes have gobbled up that triple option offense from Georgia Tech. Mostly because when we play Georgia Tech, we seem to be pretty good about making a read and attacking. It seems like the coaches emphasize that. Manny Diaz definitely emphasizes that. Because I know a lot of times when teams play Georgia Tech, there's a lot of which way is he going to go? Which way is he going to go? And then he's gone already by the time, and you're running the other way. So a lot of times for the defense, what they need to do, obviously you don't want to make bad decisions and you don't want to take bad angles, but you need to make a read and make something happen against this Georgia Tech offense. And overall, hey Caleb, how's it going? Who is starting QB? That is N'Kosi Perry. He has been named the starting QB for this game. Rick is emphasizing that he kind of wants to ride it out with him no matter what's going on. We'll see what happens with that. But, yeah, overall, Miami has dominated the Georgia Tech offense. Miami is only allowing an average of 124 rushing yards against them so far this season. And the thing is that's Georgia Tech's thing. That is, the run game is Georgia Tech. when you look up run game, it's Georgia Tech, plain and simple. I mean, it is what it is. And with Miami, Hebrew Lion, my man,
on the side of your helmet,
coming through with a $20 donation. Hey, my man, massive dono coming in from Hebrew Lion. If I can get some thanks in the chat for Hebrew Lion. He's an OG. He's been around since I started the channel. Hey, man, you know I appreciate that so much. And coming in, not even leaving a message, just dropping a $20 donation. I appreciate your support, my man. I really do. You know it means a lot to me. And thank you guys for thanking him. Like I said, hey, there's going to be a giveaway, I think, at the end of the stream tonight. I'd like to do another one if possible. And sportsmanship goes a long way in real life as well. So, yeah, appreciate you so much, Hebrew. Really appreciate you, man. We'll get you up on the board back behind me. So, some other talking points. Let's see what else, if I've got anything else on my notes. Obviously, you guys know the biggest thing is Miami just has to show up and take care of business, because we've not done that the last 3 weeks. That's what we need to do. The temperature really is a concern for me. We got Slapping TV. We got Mr. Director Chill himself hanging out in the chat. Temperature does concern me. A lot of people just brush that off and tell me, Coop, stop. I get personal messages saying, Coop, once they start running around no. When it's almost 30, when it's almost freezing outside, I mean, we're standing on the sideline with our helmet warmers and heated benches and our fanny packs with our hands in it, probably with hand warmers in it. You know what I'm saying? So the cold does play a part in this game. So, Coop, Fresno, or Boise, who you got? Boise is going to win that game, no doubt, hands down. Yeah, the thing is at kickoff, they're saying potential real feel at kickoff. Real feel, not the actual temp, but real feel could be about 36 at around 7 to 8 p.m. So, JoJo's Comics says, I just don't see us winning the way we are playing. Yeah, and that's the thing, is if we continue to play like we have been, then we honestly would not win another game the rest of the season. And that's just real talk. That's just speaking the truth.
This is what
if we continue to play like that.
To wear the U on the side of your helmet.
Little late, but what's up, boys? Go Canes.
Connor Kane, hey, my man. Appreciate you stopping in on the stream. Another consistent supporter of the channel. I appreciate that so much, Connor. Same. You know that I appreciate you and Hebrew Lion. You guys always supporting the fam, and I appreciate that. Gonna be your wife's first game. Hey, Adrian, just make sure she has a blast, so that way she wants to go to as many games as possible. Make this just the greatest experience ever for her. And I know that she's gonna have a blast, man. I need one more for a bowl. That is a good talking point, Jonathan. Thank you for bringing that up. Of course, Miami being 5-4. Both these teams fighting to get bowl eligible because we have the same record as Georgia Tech. Not in the conference, but overall record. So both of these teams fighting for a chance at a bowl game. It is a big deal. Obviously, I know it sucks that some miracle stuff would have to happen. Beyond miracle stuff would have to happen to get an ACC championship game. But it's one of those things, at this point, we do just have to fight for a bowl game. And it is what it is. It sucks. Yeah, it does. But it is what it is. So, Tech Stadium has a beautiful backdrop of downtown Atlanta. Yeah, I've seen the pics, Glenn, and it's pretty awesome. It's pretty cool, kind of right in the middle of everything, of all the hustle and bustle of Atlanta. I wanted to try to make it to the game, actually, but unfortunately, due to some personal things, I'm just not able to make it. So, just let you guys know, we will be doing the live stream tomorrow night during the game. I'll be hooking you guys up with links as usual, trying to help the fam out. Hey Coop, how you doing, man? I'm doing awesome. How are you doing, McCarthy? Rian McCarthy. Eric coming in with the donation. It should pop up any second.
To wear the U on the side of your helmet.
Let me be the first caller. 4 a.m. comes early, haha.
4 a.m. comes way too early, Eric. And actually, we are going to take some phone calls. So let me see. Let me get the phone line open up here for you guys. And while we're getting that open, I do have some pretty cool news for you guys. I do have a new rap coming out that I recorded 2 nights ago. It's going to be very controversial, probably. Just saying, giving you guys a heads up. Hope you guys like it, but it's going to be dropping probably next week sometime, I hope. Going to be very controversial. Some of you who follow me on social media or check the community tab on YouTube, you know what's coming potentially. So you guys know. And it's going to get some positive and negative attention, but it is bringing awareness to something that many of us are already aware of.
To wear the U on the side of your helmet.
Slappin' TV will be doing Miami game day tomorrow.
Yeah, definitely. You guys check it out. I actually called in to Slappin' TV's game day stream last week, an hour before the game. Appreciate that $2 donation, my man. Always supporting the channel, and I try to show you some support as well, my man. Yeah, definitely. Go check out Slappin' TV. Sorry, getting the phone line open over here. Go check out Slappin' TV tomorrow for his Miami game day, an hour before kickoff, so about 6 p.m. And yeah, Hurricane Zone brings up a good point. We are going with the black unis tomorrow. I believe originally the plan was the all orange. And I guess we decided to change it up, maybe to try to give the team some life, I guess. And that's the other thing. Georgia Tech, this is their annual whiteout game. That being said, they expect to win this. Fans, players will be decked out in white. I don't know if they're going to be spinning their little surrender towels during the game, but it is their whiteout. So we're meeting the whiteout with a blackout. So hopefully that's actually going to be pretty cool, I think. I actually think that's pretty cool. Black History funerals. Hopefully the Georgia Tech will be having a funeral at the end of it because of the score. I don't really know that I see it being that high of a scoring game for us, but would be humorous. But yeah, going to be the blackout game, so make sure if you're going to the game to wear your black gear. It's going to be interesting, blackout versus whiteout. So, Eric, if you want to call in, my man, I'll go ahead and get you on the line. We will take some phone calls tonight. It won't be a super long stream because I know it's 8:30. Some of us old folks like myself get in bed early, you know. Crip says, Perry going off tomorrow. What's up, Ricky Kane? How's it going, my man? Let's go ahead and get Mr. Eric Birch on the line here for you guys. That volume turned down a little bit. We have the man, Mr. Eric Birch, on the line. How's it going?
What is up, Coop?
You know, just chilling, trying to prepare my body for tomorrow, for hopefully the rage that does not ensue as the game starts. I know you got to hit the hay early. You get up at the butt crack of dawn. Actually, way before dawn. It's still dark when you get up.
It's dark when I get up, and it's dark when I go home.
That's rough, man. What are you thinking? Because again, I'm seeing a lot of back and forth on this, and honestly, I caught some flack last week for saying that Miami could potentially lose, and then now I'm catching more flack for thinking that Miami could actually win this game tomorrow. So what are you thinking for the Georgia Tech game?
Well, first of all, I want to give a shout out to all the college football vids fans out here, the family that's here with us, you know, day in and day out. Say hey to you guys, love you guys, and we're still here. Team's struggling, but we're still here. We're still showing the love.
We're still here, yeah, most definitely. And I appreciate you doing that because, again, it's one of those things I can see, and it's not about the amount of views that I get on stuff. I want to be very upfront with that. But it's just very obvious when you can look at, like, if you go back and look at, like my preview video, for instance, for the LSU game, like 7, 8, 10,000 views. You look at my Georgia Tech preview video that I posted on Monday, it's at like 1,200. Because people just aren't searching Miami Hurricanes on YouTube and stuff right now. So it's you can tell that the bandwagoners are starting to die out.
Yeah, and that's so frustrating. You know, whenever you hear it from other, you know, sports fans or other sports analysts, and you want to defend your team, but it's obvious. It's just real sad and frustrating.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's really rough. And it's one of those things. I want the bandwagon people gone. Like I'm cool with that. But a lot of the people that
Yeah.
I'm not the person to judge whether someone's a true Miami fan or not. That's not my place to do that. But I can tell you, no matter what, I get. You can ask my wife. We were talking about this today. I'm still. It does hurt when when we have a record like we do, and we don't have a championship game to look forward to, or the playoffs to look forward to. But I still get super excited and have trouble sleeping the night before the game because it's Miami football tomorrow. So I'm excited and pumped either way. And it just kind of hurts sometimes when I see all these people that, like I said, just literally do not. That I can see turning it off when you get frustrated, but the people who are like, I'm not watching a single game the rest of the year. I'm starting to rant a little bit. I need to let you talk, but
Oh no, you are fine. I mean, I'm right there with you. People, I'm gonna sell my season tickets, and like we were talking about earlier, it's not this kid's fault. I mean, you got a coach that Pop Warner can outcall him on plays, but we have like the number 2 defense in the country. I mean, how is that possible that you can have one offense or one entity on the one end and one on the total opposite spectrum?
Yeah, I've actually wondered myself if that has. Maybe it has, maybe it hasn't. I don't know, but if that's ever happened in the history of college football, because it's a pretty crazy scenario.
Yeah, that actually would be something good to look up. Yeah, because I mean, it's not the talent that we don't have on the other side. It's just when you got I can't remember who I was talking to, but they said they were getting their kids into football,
Mm-hmm.
and their 10-year-old kid was calling plays before Mark Richt even was calling it. That he was calling them out.
Yep. Yeah.
I mean that's
Honest to goodness, I seriously don't doubt it. I really don't. And
yeah.
I was kind of upset last week because when we first kicked off the Duke game, I was seeing a little bit of motion and a little bit of, something. I was like, oh man, maybe, okay. He's put a little something in during practice, tried to implement some new things. And then that was the last time we saw any of that.
Yeah.
And I do get it. I mean, like I said, a lot of people get mad when I say this, but they're not going to completely overhaul the offense in the offseason. That's just crazy. Because then you want to talk about seeing some missed assignments and people not running routes they're supposed to be and reads and stuff being completely off. If you're trying to roll in a whole brand new offense when you've got 3 games left, that just ain't going to happen.
Yeah. No, I mean, all that's going to happen in the offseason with the offensive coordinator and all that. But, but you can still implement just misdirections.
That's true.
I mean, it's simple. You can still run the misdirections off of your base formations that you have. Change something up, It's just crazy how it's, here we go. Run, pass, punt.
Speaking of, if you follow me on my other social media, you probably know what rap is coming up here soon. The one that I recorded, I even contacted, like, I'm over here calling up my mom, and I'm like, Mom, listen, like, you know what's going on with the Canes. I want to record this rap, run, pass, punt, but I really just think people are gonna just hate me, and they're gonna think I'm not a Miami fan, and I'm over here, calling her up like, what do I do? What do I do? And it's been recorded. It's yet to be seen if I'm gonna release it or not. Just to let you know.
I hear you. By the way, before I forget, right after this, I'm going to your Patreon page and subscribe to that.
Hey, I appreciate that. I'm sure I know stuff going on with that. I try to let everybody know that Patreon is obviously 100% optional. You don't have to do it. Nobody, you can't sell content on YouTube. That doesn't exist. There's nothing around like that. But I do appreciate all the people that do that, because I do have a couple people that support me on Patreon. So you definitely do not have to feel obligated to do that at all. But I definitely appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean, you've been the same way from video one that I've watched till now, unlike some other YouTubers. I won't go into, but you know who I'm talking
I feel
about.
you. Yeah, we definitely we don't knock anybody over here, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, and I still go to those other ones and you know listen up to some new news or whatever and stuff like that.
Yeah,
But it's just
definitely.
real frustrating how they flipped from the beginning to where they're at now. But I appreciate you being 100% from day one to now.
Yep, that's what we go for. And I got to ask, I know you'd message me, but how you like the shirt? Don't be a fan later.
Man, I love it, especially that white.
Yep.
That's clean.
I haven't seen it
Yeah.
on the white. I've only seen it on orange, green, and black. So I've not even seen it in white in person.
Well, I'm gonna take a picture of it so you can put it on your little board.
Hey,
I don't know if you
definitely.
do
Yeah.
that anymore.
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah. And I'm having technical difficulties with the TV. So I do get, you wouldn't believe that first preview video I did without the TV behind me with people in it. I think I got like 20 emails the next day saying, bro, I'm not on the TV. Where's the TV? And I'm having some technical difficulties here. Hopefully I'm bringing that back soon. So try to get people back up on, make them YouTube famous and whatnot.
Yeah, I hear you, brother. Yeah, but as far as this game goes, man, you I don't know if you read my comment on your preview page, but I said that with their triple option, and if the offense don't do something, that they're going to get gas, like you mentioned earlier. They're going to. I don't think it's going to be because of the third quarter. If the offense doesn't do what they need to do in the first half, I think by the end of the first half, they're going to be hoping halftime gets there, defense-wise.
Yep, and that's what I was saying. It at the half, forget making adjustments and then being able to soak in, any kind of information because they're going to be so gassed, just chugging Gatorade, sitting down, trying to get their win back. By the time they come out, I mean, give them 1-2 drives into the third quarter and they're done.
Yeah, and I give them major props and major kudos for staying as tough as they are. I know they gotta be frustrated as all get out.
Yep.
I know they're inside their head they are cussing up and down, going, "What the hell do we have to do?" I mean,
and that's why when I say that, it's definitely not that they're not conditioned and that they're not performing well. It's just it's not human. I mean, you to be on the field that much and to not get gas is just impossible.
Yeah, but I tell you, I mean, for them to stay as fired up as they are and to do the things that they do, being down all the time, it's just amazing.
Yep, I agree. Defense definitely. Overall, I have still been. A lot of people aren't as impressed as they were last season, but last year was kind of just full of surprises that we weren't expecting. So overall, though, I've been relatively happy and impressed with the defense.
Yeah, I mean, they're second in the country. I mean, that says a lot, especially for losing. You know, I mean, it just baffles me. Like we were just talking earlier, it just baffles me.
Yep, I feel you. So you thinking though? You may have already said this. Do you think the Canes though are going to pull out a win tomorrow? You can be honest. You can be completely honest here.
Yeah, I think if they keep Perry in and keep one quarterback in and let him fight through the first quarter or so, and the defense stays tough, I think we can pull it out.
I feel you.
But if he starts playing musical quarterback, I mean that's just going to dishearten the guys, and I don't think it's going to be a good turnout.
Yep, I agree.
But Rick.
Yep, yep. No, I feel you. I've actually recorded a couple of videos on the subject, and then I end up not posting them because I go back and watch it. And during the editing process, I realized that I'm just ranting for like 15 or 20 minutes, and then I just delete it. I'm like, I can't do this. So
yeah, I hear you. I hear you definitely. But then what's real frustrating is watch these post-game pressers, and have him blame everybody but himself.
Yeah, and I do agree. It is frustrating with him being mostly not showing a lot of emotion, I guess. I know everybody has already touched on this, but I kind of like to see a coach fired up, honestly, and just angry when they lose. I'm all about, I'm all about positivity and showing sportsmanship. You shake the other team's hand after the game. Hey, good game. You beat us fair and square. But
Yeah.
I feel like you got to be like, listen, like this is on me. We got to do something better. I'm mad, like, and I just don't see it from him.
And then it's so frustrating when you watch the pressers, the pregame and the postgame. It's all about him all over the opposing teams. You know what, Zach?
Yeah.
Saying,
Yeah, it's actually
they're so good. Then the postgame, they're so good. I'm like, oh.
Yep, I've noticed those videos are about 15 minutes long, 10 to 15 minutes long, and the first 3/4 of it is him covering stats of the opposing team. And like you said, talking about, hey, these guys are really good. We're going to have a hard time, and then that's pretty much what happens.
Man, it is, and it's just terrible. I mean, and I hate to say this because, I'm a Dolphin fan too, but watching the devil Saban on the sidelines, watching him, even when they're up big and the player screws up or they did a misassignment, he is fired up regardless of what's going on.
Yeah, his blood pressure, you can see it in his face whenever they mess up.
Oh yeah, and he has no problem jumping knee deep in that booty hole just to let them know they're out, they messed up. I mean, Rick, you couldn't tell if we scored a touchdown through an interception, got a fumble cover. You can't tell anything.
Yeah, as I said in the past, I think the last time I remember seeing him upset was when he grabbed the ref's arm that time with us getting no holding calls and stuff, and that's the last time I seriously remember seeing him showing any kind of emotion, whether it be good or bad. I don't see him. It's always the position coaches that when somebody scores a touchdown, they're running up and, jumping and chest bumping and high-fiving, and Rick is just kind of sitting over there with his headset on, just, holding his little play sheet, doing nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. Glenn Tucker just said it right, too. He must be smoking a lot of marijuana.
Glenn always has something funny to say. I'm sure everybody's pretty familiar with Glenn.
Attaboy, Glenn. Hey, he's right, man. He's either that or he's on a bunch of downers or something. I don't know, but
I don't know. It's interesting, but I do think this is kind of the last thing I'll say. I do think that again, the changes, there will be some changes in the off season. I know people are frustrated, including myself, but it won't happen right now. There's just no way. It's going to be an off-season thing. Honestly, we just have to chalk this season up to it is what it is. Hopefully we can win a couple more games so we're not completely embarrassed and get one more game for the seniors in a bowl game and rebuild during the off-season.
Yeah, I totally agree 100%. And, I just what I don't understand is why Rick is not spicing things up or changing things up, knowing that he's frustrated the alumni, he's frustrated his fans, but yeah, he'll go in, game out with the same Mickey Mouse play calling. I don't know about you, but if I got so many people on my back, I'm going to change something. I'm going to do a little something.
Yeah, even if it doesn't work out too well, maybe just to be like, we'll see. I changed some stuff,
Yeah. Yeah, and it may have not worked out or whatever, but at least you're trying. At least,
Yeah, show something.
But
I do think he is overall. I like him overall. He is kind of stubborn, and that's coming from someone obviously who doesn't know him personally. Most of us don't, but just from what I can gather, it seems like he's just kind of stubborn. So,
majorly stubborn. I mean, it's run, pass, a Fiegel's 10-yard punt, and touchdown the other team because the defense has got to fight on the 20-yard line because the punt went 10 yards.
Yep. Yeah, and honestly, I was really surprised. This is one last thing. I said one last thing like 3 times, but I couldn't believe the amount of people when I posted the video talking about Lewis Headley, the Australian punter that's verbally committed to Miami. Now, that dude, the football looks like a missile coming off of his foot. It's a heat-seeking missile for the other side of the field. But I couldn't believe how many people commented on there. I can't believe that this is what the U has come to, that we're getting this excited about a punter. And I was like, are you serious? Because with number one, with what we're having to deal with currently, I'm excited about having a punter come in that's over here punting for some college in California, averaging like 60 yards a punt. And number two, never underestimate how important special teams are, like all aspects of it. because us not being able to pin opponents deep has hurt us in every single game this season, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So I couldn't believe how many people were like, this is BS that we're this excited about a punter. Yeah, I'm ecstatic about getting this punter coming into Miami.
Oh, yeah, I agree. I haven't watched any of his highlights or anything, but does he get a lot of air under it too? Because sometimes you outkick the your coverage, it could pose a problem. But
yeah, no, he has very good control over his kicks overall. From what I've seen, he's good at putting the right kind of, what am I trying to say? I guess spin on it to get the forward bounce or put some backspin on it. So depending on what he needs to do, he's just kind of a crazy, in a good way, guy overall, all around. Honestly, he's going to fit in perfect. So I really hope, again, though, I think it's a verbal commitment, but I've been messaging him back and forth, and he's supposed to call me sometime next week, and I'm going to just ask him some stuff about why he committed to Miami and different things like that to try to get him to stay on board, be like, hey, introduce yourself to the fans and stuff. So hopefully I'm going to have him on the show probably sometime next week, so we can ask him a little more in-depth questions about why he likes the U.
What? Say average 4.7 hang time. Cool.
Yeah,
if you look at him, he looks like one of those Australian rules football players. He's like grungy as all get, like he's ready to kill somebody.
Yep, and hey, I'm all for it. And I think what was it? And I mean this in good fun. I mean it in a positive way, but it was funny. Yeah, there we go. Glenn just put it in chat. He said it looks like a 50-year-old Crocodile Dundee or something like that, and that cracked me up. And I mean, like I said, in a laughing with him kind of thing. It's pretty funny.
Yeah,
he knows it. Like I said, I've talked to him a little bit. He's a good guy.
Yeah, that's awesome. I can't wait to see that, though. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, do you have anything else you want? I'm gonna try to get maybe 1 or 2 more calls in here.
Tonight, I'm good. So. I appreciate it, brother. Yeah, 4 o'clock. I work all weekend. I mean, we've been so short. I've worked like 3 12s on, 1 off, 3 12s on, 1 off, 4 12s on. It's been ridiculous.
Well, hopefully Thanksgiving and Christmas coming up soon. Hopefully you get a little bit of a break.
Oh yeah, I had to do one of my Thanksgiving holiday days after work.
Yeah, gotta make sure family time is important. I'm learning that in my old age. So.
And I hear you, brother.
Hey, I appreciate you calling in, Eric.
Hey, not a problem. All
right, have a good night.
Stay true, fans. We'll get there someday.
Yeah, when next year's the year. Next year's the year.
Yes, sir, baby. All about you.
Have a good one.
You too, buddy.
See you. Yeah, for those of you who didn't know, that's Eric Birch. Super good guy. He's been a long-time supporter of the channel. I can't express my enough gratitude to him for all of his support. Casey says, Coop, always next year. Next year's the year, Casey. Things are looking good. But I give everybody Miami a hard time and stuff sometimes, and rightfully so a lot of times. But you also do have to be able to, this is going to come across the wrong way to some of you. Sometimes you got to be able to just kind of laugh at yourself and look at the positives and say, hey, it sucks. Because like I said, a lot of times people think I'm not upset about the season. 5-4, you bet I'm upset. But it's already happened. So let's, if people want to laugh, make some jokes, that's fine. Let's stay positive and say, hey, let's rebuild. We got Rozier's graduating. I shouldn't knock him like that. He's a good guy too. But I actually don't know. Does anybody know what our first game is next season? I do not know. I do not know what our first game is next season. I actually want to check that. Let's see. Miami Hurricanes 2019. It is Florida, isn't it? It is Florida. Oh, okay. Okay. So we're kicking off next season with another SEC opponent. Hey, good night, Glenn or Eric. I really do appreciate you calling in. Yeah, I was so upset. My mom showed up in chat last week. That tells you something. Yeah, she did. My mom came in the chat and said, "Calm down, son." Oh man, you're going to the first game next year. Is that going to be in Orlando? Okay, yeah, Impala Boy confirmed that. Yeah, going to be in Orlando. I don't know. Maybe I might make the trip out there to that game. I don't know yet because I love meeting you guys in person, but I hate not getting to stream because then I get to hang out with many more of you if we stream. I don't know. I might try to make it to the game because, being real with you guys, I'm a cheapo and Allegiant flies to Orlando. So, you know, I might try to make it, you know. Yeah. And my mom is in the chat, Melissa Cooper. If I can get some "Hey Coop's mom" in the chat, you guys better be nice. I'm serious, or I'll put you in timeout. Coop, how do we call in, man? Would love to talk. Mike, all you got to do is call in that number. See if I can get it right there. 865-229-4131. You can call in. I'm going to take a couple more calls. We'll keep this one relatively short. A lot of people, a lot of subs and viewers got a long day tomorrow. So, appreciate you guys being nice in chat. Got to keep my eye on you guys. And then you guys think I'm not watching at halftime? When at halftime, I'm watching. I got this guy right here. I'm gonna show you guys right here. Hold up. When I'm gonna take this call here. When at halftime, right here. I'm watching you guys. I see what you guys say.
To wear the U on the side of your helmet.
Let's see, hold on, we'll take a call.
Love this show. In my opinion, the season can't be salvaged, but what would make me feel about going into next year would be to win at and win the bowl game to finish 9-4 like in
and
Mark's
Zachary,
first year.
Most definitely. Hey, that is a very good way to put it. Hey, I appreciate you donating $10 to say that. I appreciate that so much, Zachary. You are right. At this point, the season can't be salvaged, obviously, but we can do what we can do. Do what we can. Let's take this call here. All right, welcome to the show. Who do we have on the line?
Mike, what's up, man?
What's going on, Mike?
Hey, dude, just want to say thank you. Big fan of yours, and I've been watching you for a minute, dude.
Hey, I definitely appreciate that. Is this your first time calling in?
Yeah, actually it is. I didn't even know how to do it. I'm kind of blind to the fact that there was a number up on the screen.
Oh, I got you. Hey, it's no biggie. Hey, it happens all the time. And also, I'm real bad at pointing to the wrong thing, so I'm over here saying, "Yeah, call this number over here," and I'm pointing to nothing.
Yeah.
I'm just pointing to the wall.
No,
so
I saw that, and then I looked up. I'm like, "Oh, there it is." No, honestly, I was calling in to say, man, I was at the Duke game last week, and I had a blast. Honestly, my girl took me.
Awesome.
Pouring rain, front rows. I have a video of them coming out the tunnel. If
Nice.
you're interested in it.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I'm gonna have to hit you up for that.
Yeah, definitely. My thing is, dude, and this is my God's honest opinion, Perry's not our guy, neither is Rozier.
I feel you. I mean, I do see that argument.
You know, because one, when they go with Rozier, they're throwing deeper, they're throwing farther, they're doing a little bit more complex plays. Don't get me wrong. Now, when Perry goes in, he's a redshirt freshman, my personal opinion. You should know that playbook like the back of your hand. And all you're doing is running dink and dunk plays.
Yep.
Like, obviously, he doesn't know his playbook, which is a major concern as a redshirt freshman.
Most definitely.
You know, the defense, there's no complaining. You cannot be mad at this defense. Number 2 in the nation. Honestly, my personal opinion, best defense in the nation. You can't be mad, except for Alabama, not going to lie. Them boys, they're something else.
Yeah, that's those guys aren't human. I don't know what they feed them over there, but no, that's a whole different category. You got it.
Yeah, but I just wanted to call and get that out there. My personal opinion. I'm going to join the chat in a couple more minutes. I don't have internet when I'm on a phone call. Don't know why.
Gotcha. Yeah,
but
definitely. Yeah,
Would
but
love
I
to
mean,
hear what
so
else you got to say. I'm not trying to stay on the chat phone call for too much longer with you, man. I know other people want to call in.
no, you're good, my man. And I want to ask you then, not trying to put you on the spot. I'm just curious. I know we haven't
Okay.
seen a lot from him, obviously, not yet. But I mean,
Yeah.
are you thinking that Jaron Williams is going to be the guy that's going to step up since it's not
Mm,
Perry?
I hope so. You know what I mean? I really do hope he
But-
steps up. You know, I kind of like him. I've watched some of his high school films. He doesn't look bad. But the thing is, I personally think we need to hit the recruiting. How many players want to come to Miami as a 4 or 5-star quarterback and have a chance to start as a freshman, like coming right in? And you don't get that opportunity, especially with these top 5-star caliber teams.
Yeah, I mean, you make a good point, and I've actually kind of thought about that a little bit before when I see people saying, oh man, like obviously if we're winning, it does look better and it does help recruiting, obviously. But I also feel like if you are a Kane, like let's say you are a senior in high school, you grew up watching Miami, you just love Miami. Even if Miami is struggling, I feel like me personally, I would be that guy that's thinking, well, you know what? I'm going to come in and make a difference instead of looking at it in a negative way. I'm going to be like, hey, the Canes are looking bad, but I'm going to come in there and my class is not going to let this happen. So you can look at it two different ways.
I've been watching Miami since I could remember. You know what I mean? Like that's my boys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I wouldn't have changed it for the world. I don't care if we went 0-12 all season. I'm a Miami boy, and that's the way. Because I coach football. I coach Little League football right now.
Okay, awesome.
You should see how much talent is down here in South Florida. It's literally my personal opinion, the best football state in America. You know what I mean? And it's just crazy how I'm telling you, if it's not this year, it's not this year. But if it's not next year, the year after, give it a couple years, dude. So many kids from down here are going to commit to Miami. I'm telling you, Miami is – South Florida is coming back. I'm telling you. We're taking it over.
I feel you. And, hey, we need more fans like you, my man. I can't say that enough.
Dude, I'm a diehard. Ride or die, no matter what.
Yep. That's what we're all about around here. Like I said, I have people, believe it or not, messaging me after we lose, asking me if I'm going to delete the channel, if I'm still making videos this season. Of course I am.
Let me explain something, dude. I'm going to explain something. I don't care if we're going against Alabama. I don't care if we're going against the New England Patriots. Miami till I die.
Yep.
I'm going to root for you, and I know I'm going to say we're going to win. We're going to blow them out. I don't care who we're playing. Win, lose, or draw, yeah, I love my boys. I've got my boys back. That's how it is.
Yep. And
that's how you should be as a football fan.
There you go. That's exactly what I was going to say. That's how it should be, most definitely.
Exactly, man. But, hey, I got to get out of here. My baby girl's starting to cry.
Gotcha. You got to take care of it.
Have a great night. I'm going to see you in the chat tomorrow. Definitely going to be in there.
We'll be here, my man. Right, I appreciate you calling in.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye. Appreciate you calling in, my man. First time caller to the stream. We get a lot of usual regular people. That's what I meant to say, regular, not usual. Regular people, and still getting some new callers. That's awesome. Hey, DJ, how's it going? DJ, I want to thank you, DJ, for linking me that Kelly Bryant article. I actually had not seen that, and it is because of you that I looked that up. So thank you so much for that, DJ. So let's go ahead and take another phone call here. I have been paying attention to the chat. I have been seeing you guys. I appreciate you guys welcoming my mom to the chat. Let's see. What all have I missed? Let's see. Favorable schedule in 2019. Yeah, I want to see how things go in the offseason. Am I excited about Nkosi starting? I was at first, but then I thought about the play calling, so I don't think Nkosi can make an impact. I do think he gives us a better chance to win than Rozier for a couple of different reasons. We can touch on that here in a moment. Thank you for calling in. We got 239 area code on the line. Who do we have on the phone?
It's all about you, bro.
What was your name again? I couldn't quite hear you, man.
Tony.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, bro. It's all about the news.
Oh yeah, you know it, my man. What
I'm Adrian's brother.
Okay, I got you. You're his brother. Okay.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, crew? I'm Adrian.
How's it going, Adrian?
Doing good, man. You know it's all about you.
Oh yeah, you know it.
Yeah.
What
I hope we can play away tomorrow.
what'd you say? I couldn't quite hear you again. I'm sorry, man.
I hope we can play away tomorrow.
So you thinking we'll win or we won't win?
I hope we can pull out a win tomorrow.
Oh, you hope we can pull out a win tomorrow. I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cause you know how you say in the cold weather, right? You start putting a dolphin in like cold water. You don't move that fast.
Yeah, that cold weather, man, it's rough. I know how it is because I hate that's why your boy right now in his house. I got socks on with my sandals because I'm always cold.
Yeah, me too.
So I know how it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what do you think about that crazy Georgia Tech triple option offense? It's pretty crazy.
That's crazy, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's hard to keep up with the ball. Like I said, I know a lot of times even the cameraman gets tricked. He'll be following the wrong guy because nobody knows who has the ball.
No, it's fast. No. Hey, cool.
Yeah.
I don't know what's up with Miami, but it's and at the end, they're always making good plays.
Yeah, I feel you. A lot of times Miami just we start clicking when we get desperate, when we start getting down, and we know that we're about to lose, and things kind of start clicking a little bit sometimes. But we need to play good from the first down of the game. We need to play good the whole game if we're going to win any of these next 3 games.
Yeah, and me and my brother are feeling. Me and my brother are feeling that you won't go to the game because instead of how we saw Miami play, like we're feeling that they go to the game.
Yeah, man. If it's all right, I'll let you add something if you want, and then I'm gonna switch over. I'm kind of having a hard time hearing you for some reason, my man. So.
Yeah, because I'm right next to my bed phone, and you're on the screen. I'm calling you.
I got you. Yeah, it's doing like a weird echo thing or something. But, yeah. I see Adrian in the chat there. But
yeah, I'm a big Miami fan since he was born.
Awesome. Yeah, that's the way to do it, man, from the start.
Yeah, it's all about you.
Yep, you guys picked the right team, my man. Always stick by the Canes no matter what, win or loss. That's the one thing I can tell you.
Mhm.
Don't let anybody tell you you're not a fan if you're upset when they're losing or anything like that. Just always rep that you, man.
Yeah. And guess what?
What?
It's called we live in Immokalee, and we're Seminoles. Like it's a big Seminole family in Immokalee. So there's a lot of FSU fans, but we're Miami fans. Like little two, I'm 6 grade, and they're always talking trash, and they're FSU fans. And my friend, he lives across my street, a little bit down the street, and he's an FSU fan. And we won them this year, and they're always talking trash just because we win them. And I don't know why they're talking trash. They're talking trash about us winning a point ahead. It doesn't matter. It's always a close game. So
yeah. Rivalry games are always close. But yeah, definitely. No matter what, I'll end with this. Make sure, trust me, I can give you a word of advice.
Yeah.
It's always when you get older, you'll realize this. When you get older, it's much cooler to be the guy with the unpopular opinion and the guy that's different. So you being a Miami fan surrounded by FSU fans, that's awesome. So just make sure, like I said, you're always repping the U no matter what, man. But I really appreciate you calling in.
Yeah, man. You're welcome.
Yeah. we'll swap over here. Tell Adrian he needs to call in at some point too. We'll get him on the line.
All right, I'll tell him right now.
All right. All right. Have a good one, man.
All right, bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
Have a nice evening.
Yeah, had a little bit of trouble here on that one. It may be something on my end. So let me see. Let me see who we got on the line here. 470. What is going on?
What up, Coop? It's your boy, Director Chill, Slapping TV. What's happening?
We got Slapping TV on the line, guys.
But my wife just told me, don't you talk long, man. She's like, you only talk for him for like 45 minutes. You be in the kitchen and shit. Listen. How y'all doing, man? I miss you guys, Kane family. I've been so busy and my Mac went down. You know, I've been shooting a lot of movies and stuff for school and all that. But let's talk about Georgia Tech.
Let's do it.
Seriously, man. All right, so
that's how most
what
of...
I have seen. I know you heard the deep breath. You know what that means.
Yeah.
All right. Now I have gave us a thumbs up on the last 3 losses that we've had. I feel like there was no reason why that we shouldn't have won. And then there was always something that came around, and we ended up losing. You guys realize that in the last 3 games, we have scored 15, 14, and 13. When the first
sorry, I just threw up in my mouth a little bit. Sorry. Okay, continue.
I know, right? I know. Me too. You know, I feel like John Gruden's our coach. No disrespect to Oklahoma Raider or the Oakland Raider fans. You know what I'm saying? But that's how I feel, and it's ridiculous. Now I know that it's saying Malik Rozier is not going to be the starting quarterback. This is not my issue right now. My issue right now is the fact that I feel like, and I am a Seattle Seahawks fan. If anyone does not know, I'm from Seattle.
I did not know that.
I'm originally from Seattle. So that's how I became a Miami fan when in 1991, Miami and the University of Washington split the national championship game. And I was in Atlanta, Georgia, and they didn't have late night ESPN Pac-12 games. So I was like, well, if they're as good as my team where I'm from, then I'm going to be a Miami fan. So that's how I became a Miami fan. I seen your stories. It was pretty dope. But I'm going to skip through that. So this is what I would say. As far as this game goes, yes, we have every weapon that we need to win this game.
We do.
But my problem is this. The same way that the Seahawks fell apart after that last New England Patriot loss in the Super Bowl, the defense is tired.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you think? I mean, they're tired. I mean, Diaz is frustrated. We got 3 linebackers, 2 DBs, and probably 2 defensive linemen. I just named 8 players that are probably going to the draft next year.
Yeah.
I mean, cool. What do you think? I like I said, I was gone for a second because we were eating family dinner, and I was like, I got to call in and talk to Coop. But I mean, your keys to a Miami victory. I mean, we can all say it's about the defense. I mean, you know they're going to run the option. Here's the thing, though, with Georgia Tech, and I'm in Atlanta, they do throw now. I don't think their throwing game is that spectacular. But, I mean, what is it that we're really going to have to do? Is it as simple as let's play as a unified team?
The problem I think we have right now is I know that sometimes people look at it only game to game, like where I'm mentioning, you know, the defense is going to be gassed by the third quarter if they're not on the field as much. The problem is the defense is kind of just beaten and banged up from all of the previous games. So some of them were kind of nursing that, you know, not every injury it gets reported on or is really a big deal. Like, oh, I just kind of lightly pulled something doesn't feel 100%. I'm kind of beaten and battered and bruised. And I think that they've been on the field so much that they're just kind of beaten up a little bit. And I think that kind of affects us negatively in kind of that thing that we were just talking about as well, where they get gassed even easier on top of already getting gassed because you're on the field so much. So I think that the injuries, even though there aren't any big reported injuries, so to say, on the defense, I think that just being more beaten up and stuff kind of hurts us because they're on the field so darn much that it's just rough. Because again, the defense can ball out. I'm pretty confident in most of the people on the defensive side of the ball. I'm kind of wondering where the leadership went with the linebackers, because I know they've been okay, but it's not been the same flashiness we saw last season. But,
well, that's kind of what I was saying. I mean, you got to realize Pitney, McLeod, and I always get 2 out of 3. I always forget one of them.
Me too, and it's funny. That's the same too. I always get.
Yeah. So you realize all 3 of them. This is their 3rd year. They're all juniors, and they all have been with the team and starting as freshmen.
Yeah.
And they're getting to that point. I mean, not only that. I mean, we got more Jacksons on the team than the Jackson 5, and none of them are freshmen.
Yeah.
Not to mention Trajan Bandy, who's a beast. I mean, if people don't understand what Miami is capable of, just look at our history in the NFL draft. I mean, Jonathan Vilma was on First Take this morning talking about it. I mean, it's just one of those things where I feel like I said, the whole same thing happened with Seattle, is that the defense got tired, they got frustrated. And this is the thing, I'm a diehard Miami Hurricane. And let me tell you something. My family, I tell you this, Coop, all the time. My family hates it when Miami loses because I am not a happy guy. I'm not a happy father. I'm not a happy husband. I'm like, sit down somewhere, shut up, don't talk to me. I'm that guy, and I need 24 hours. I'm that guy. And this is the thing. I feel that we are at a tipping point in the Miami franchise. And I call it a franchise because we are a dynasty. We've always been dynasty teams. We haven't played as last decade and a half, but we got to win this game, man. I mean, Georgia Tech, yes, they put up 66, easy. And here's the thing, like you said, and you commented on this, and I think this would be the most important thing that you said, is that our defense gets tired because they're gassed. And what does Georgia Tech do best? Time of possession.
Yep.
They run it down our throat. And if they run the ball for 10 minutes straight, right, and let's say they only get a field goal, and then we go 3 and out, our defense is back on the field again. I mean, if it's another game like we had at the beginning of the year where it's a 25-75 game as far as time of possession, which means Miami offense has the ball for 10 minutes, and they have it for the other 30, who can win that game? So
the other problem is not even because the thing is, when you get gassed like that physically, you start noticing a lot more mental mistakes from the defense as well. Stuff that normally they would sniff out that they could make a play on, but you're so tired, it's kind of all you can focus on.
I honestly think that Virginia game deflated us for the fact that we had 3 turnover chains in the first quarter and 3 points.
Yep.
And since that game, if you notice, I'm not even going to talk about the offensive side, because honestly, our offense from last year is the same as it was this year. We just got lucky on the end of the Georgia Tech game, on the end of the Florida State game, on the end of the Duke game.
I will agree with that.
But honestly, we were the same team this year that we were last year, except for I would say the defense is better. But offensive-wise, we're the same team.
Yeah, I respect that. I agree with that.
I think they're getting tired. So, like I said, I'm gonna pass it along to all the rest of the fan base. I will be doing Miami Game Day. I know I did not do a vlog or anything earlier this week. Like I said, my Mac was down, and then like I said, I've been working on movies and stuff for school. But yeah, from 6 to 7, we'll still do Miami Game Day. This one actually might be a little crazy because I got a client coming in from Tennessee who I converted to a Miami fan back in '98.
There you go.
So he's coming down. Yeah, he's coming down. It's funny. His mom is a Tennessee fan and his dad's Alabama fan. So imagine arguments. All 3 of us get on Facebook. But anyhow, we're still gonna go live stream, Coop. I hope you got time to tune in. But hey, I love you, brother. And look, regardless, at the end of the day, like you say, it's all good if you rep that U, baby.
Always, all day, every day. Love you too, my man. Hey, appreciate you calling in. And like you said, if I'm not running late, as usual, I will try my best to stop in there and hang out for a bit.
Yes, sir. And before I go to the phone, one more thing. I hope Florida State spanks the shit out of Notre Dame. Love you guys. Good night.
Have a good one, man. All right, bye-bye.
You too.
Yeah, for those of you who do not know, that is Slappin' TV. He has a YouTube channel as well. Check him out. you can just punch in Slapping TV into YouTube, and he'll come up. Let's see. Unchained 2018. What's good, my man? Appreciate you stopping by tonight. I think that we've mostly covered the majority of the talking points for this game. Let's see. Yeah, the temperature, of course, being a factor. Homer's going to be playing, even though he did have a calf strain last week. Keys to winning: offense creating longer drives so the defense gets a rest. Special teams play always needs to improve. Every week we've needed to improve special teams. Didn't really realize how good Berrios was. Absolutely. Berrios, the big thing with Berrios for me is Berrios was a very vocal leader. He got players pumped up, and number one, with just his action, with his play on the field. But he was also very vocal. Getting late for an old man like myself. And yeah, the whole Perry has been named the starter. But you guys let me know if you want. We could continue, but I think we pretty much got everything covered. Did I see the tweet from Bryant McKinney? I did, actually, and I'm awaiting to see if anyone with the coaching staff or with the university contacts him on that. I'm all for alumni kind of showing up and helping out and trying to coach players and stuff. So I'm all for that. Coop, where can I buy a shirt? DJ, you can buy them at forgivengear.com. I'll actually link it. This is not a sales pitch. I'm linking it because DJ is asking about it. But we've got the Don't Be a Fan Later shirts. I'll link it. There is the link in chat, DJ. The cool thing about the forgivengear.com website, number one, you get a sick Miami Hurricanes shirt. The Don't Be a Fan Later. There's the U Cloud, Miami U, and a couple of other ones, Faith Family Football. Number one, you get a sick shirt. Number two, you help support your boy Coop, so I appreciate that. And most importantly, third, a portion of your purchase goes to my monthly donation to St. Jude. That's the most important one. And appreciate you guys for doing that. Anything on the Clemson QB? Nothing else as of yet. I kind of gave a little bit of my opinion on the video that I posted. Kelly Bryant's not interested in coming to Miami. Just ain't happening. He wants to go to a school where he is the guy from day one. Not that he's not willing to compete. It's just that when he has such little time left, why would he go somewhere where he has to battle two other guys for the starting position? He's not interested. I'm not saying that he wouldn't be a good fit, but he's not coming. So why ignore my calls? Hey, my man, I wasn't trying to ignore your calls or anything. If you want to call in, the problem is it's because so many people call in at once, and then it's set to auto ignore when I'm already on another line. I just got that set up. So if you want to call in, man, you can still call in. Jay Clint, hey, my man, coming through with the $10 donation. Hey, appreciate that so much, my man. Doesn't even leave a message. We'll get you up on the Hall of Fame board right there. But yeah, sorry, man. I wasn't trying to ignore your call or anything. It just I have it muted. If you see, I'll turn it on right now. You can hear I get like 5 calls a second, and I just have to go and pick one. So. Hey, thanks for calling in. We've got a 651 area code. Who do we have on the line?
Cool, that's me. I apologize.
I'm sorry, who do we have?
The guy that talked crap to you.
Oh, I got you. No, it's all good, my man. It's all good. No, trust me. It takes a lot to get Coop upset. I ain't upset at all. I know you've been trying to get through, my man. We're still working out the kinks on taking the phone calls and stuff where I can put people on hold and stuff like that. Hopefully I can do that sometime soon. But
I got it.
But what are you thinking about this Georgia Tech game? You want to talk about that a little bit?
I'm just wondering how you Southerners are so soft with the weather, the cold. My daughter, 13-year-old, will fight with me to wear shorts, T-shirt, in 45-degree weather.
Heck no. I showed you, man. Right now, we got the air here in my house set to 70, and I'm wearing socks with sandals all day, every day. I honestly, if it's below, and I'm sounding like a big baby here. If it's below 90, I'm cold. I'm not digging it. So
No, I fight my 13-year-old at 13 years old to wear a shirt and a T-shirt and shorts.
Yep. But it's one of those things. I'm from here. I'm from East Tennessee, so you think I'd be used to it. It gets cold starting in like November around here, but I don't know. Even at 29 years old, I've still not adapted, I guess.
Get down to Minnesota a bit. You'll find out.
I gotta put some more meat on these bones before I move somewhere that gets that cold.
Oh no, she's scrawny. Not just her or you.
Yeah. So what are you thinking? Who do you have winning this game tomorrow night?
God, I'm scared with that triple option. I'm scared.
I feel you. Yeah, it's very. I don't know if complex is the right word to say. I know it tricks a lot of defenses. It really messes with their head a lot. Obviously, from looking at last week where they ran the ball every single down and still won the game, it's pretty crazy.
I was confident last week, and that hurt. I was very confident last week.
Yep, and a lot of other people were because, again, how long had it been since Duke had beat us at home? It was like 40 years or something crazy like that, like 40 or 45 years. So,
Doesn't matter where.
Yeah,
at that point,
we were kind of expected to win that game, honestly. And yeah, it hurt a lot of people. A lot of people were still pretty confident that things could fall into place for the ACC championship and a couple of other different things, but that pretty much went down the drain after last week.
Yeah, I mean, Perry could help just build the confidence at least. That'll help.
Yeah, the offense does respond better to Perry, in my opinion. I don't know if maybe it's just what I'm wanting to see. So that I'm making myself think that, but I do think that the offense just seems more excited when he's on the field. It's almost like they play a little harder. I don't really know what the deal with that is, but I do feel that's true.
It can't be worse. I feel bad for the defense.
Yeah. Everybody's feeling so bad for the defense because they're playing their heart out. In my opinion, leaving it all on the field week in and week out.
I mean, even after like the first half, you see them just slow down. I mean, you can't blame them.
Yep, and that's the number one thing. I'm not. I can't fault the defense in any way because again, when they get tired, again you're going to start making mistakes because you're physically tired and mentally. So I don't fault them. Again, floating around number one, number two defense in the country. You can't really throw shade their way for their performance so far this season.
I mean, you can't. When the defense is on the field the first half, 70% of the time, 80% of the time, they get tired.
Yep. And that, like I said, that's one of the keys for us to win this game, honestly, to win any game for the rest of the season, especially now that we're this deep into the season with injuries and people being tired and beat up and stuff, is the offense has got to have longer drives. I mean, it's an absolute necessity. It's not, we kind of need to do that. If we don't do that, we'll lose the next 3 games.
That's why this Gidget offense scares me the most, actually.
Yep. Yeah,
might actually make plays.
Yeah, it's really rough to watch, and I think that's the biggest reason why people are upset is because I think they do get it. How I'm always mentioning that nothing's going to change until the offseason, but it still hurts as a Miami Hurricanes fan to watch us play such mediocre ball offensively week in and week out. It really sucks.
Well, the problem is you keep mentioning the offseason that these huge commits keep dropping. I mean, they're going to keep dropping with bad games, bad performances. Why would you want to come to them?
Yep.
If you score 14 points a game as a stud, why would you come?
Yeah. Yeah, and I did see a lot of people mentioning that they're afraid that a lot of big offensive playmakers like wide receivers and of course quarterbacks and stuff, that with the play calling that Mark Richt has in place, obviously, again, hopefully it changes, but with how it looks currently, they don't want to be a part of that offense because it's just that, you know, they don't feel like they're going to be used effectively.
Yeah, if you're a stud commit with receiver, or a running back, why would you come? I don't blame them. I hate it, but I don't blame them.
Yeah, yeah, I feel you. Like you said, I don't blame them at all. It's tough, and it really sucks for Miami fans, but hopefully, fingers crossed, all of the rumors are true and something will happen during the offseason. Because I do think, I know people are iffy on that, about wanting to fire Mark Richt. I'm not ready to pull the trigger and say fire Mark Richt yet. I do want some changes on the staff and things like that. But if next year we open up against Florida and we're doing the same crap offensively, then they'll be flying 2 or 3 banners. The planes will be making trips to people will be paying for the away games and be flying banners if we're running an offense like this next season.
Yeah, the issue is he's proven as great as a recruiter, but obviously he needs an OC. I mean, it's not that difficult.
Yep.
Just hire someone.
And that's where I think still that stubbornness comes into play. And I do think people are right with his son being on the staff. He doesn't want to have to get rid of his son, obviously, and a couple of other things. And just his stubbornness really does play a big part in it. But at some point, if you want to keep your job or if you want to end up leaving on good terms in some kind of way, he's going to have to change something.
That seems to be a problem. But huge fan from Minnesota. I'll let you go.
Yeah, hey, I appreciate you calling in, my man. I'm glad we got you in on the line. Have a good one. Appreciate you calling in, my man. I'm glad we could get you in. That'll probably be the last phone call we take tonight because we've been live for about an hour and a half or so here. But I am glad I was able to get you on the line, my man. Hopefully we'll get something in place where I can put people on hold and stuff. So it's a little bit easier for people to get in because I know a lot of people want to call in. And I want to talk to as many of you guys as possible. So that way you can voice your opinion, you know, live on YouTube. Hey, what's up, Shane? How's it going, man? So I think we'll end on that. Tomorrow, I do have Miami winning this game, but a lot of things have to happen. A lot of things have to happen for us to actually win the game. A lot of things. But you best believe that I'm going to be throwing this U up all game. You know, hey, we fixed the shelf. I don't know if you guys can see it, where I smashed the shelf after the Duke game. I ran some screws through it. And it's back better than ever. So we're going to get the siren mounted up. I'm going to get that thing oiled up and lubed up. And hopefully we're going to be, I'm going to have to do some stretches because I'm wanting to crank that thing tomorrow. So hopefully we'll get to do that more than once or twice. I hope, please. But thank you guys so much, all of the people who donated in last week's streams. That's what I do is the people who donate from the week before, you're on the Hall of Fame board. So Jonathan Flagg still holding it down with the 110. Appreciate you guys so much. Get you up on the board there. So thank you guys, people who donated tonight. You will be up there. We got Connor Kane, Hebrew Lion, Eric Birch, Slappin' TV, Zachary, and Jay Clint. Thank you guys so much for those donations. Those are completely 100% optional, but you guys choose to do it anyways. Appreciate you so much. Hey, like I said, all day, every day, you guys already know this is what it's all about. Win or loss, Coop's not going anywhere. I'm going to be here. So stay tuned. I do have an email. I've got it. It's down at the very bottom of the description. So if you just scroll down there, let me check. It's actually not on this one, but if you go to any of my other videos on YouTube, I do have an email on there. And I'll actually type it in chat for you real quick. That's my email where you can contact me, my man. Right there. I'll put it in chat for you. But yeah, I think we'll take care of business, but it's going to be a tough game. Potentially frustrating. I'm going to be a little nervous. Going to be straight with you guys. We want to let you know a couple of big things coming up on the channel. I made notes so I would not forget. Hey, DJ. Donations are never required. So do not feel like you need to do that, my man. I just appreciate you hanging out, showing some love, just hanging out in the live streams. I have recorded 2 different raps. I'm just going to be a straight shooter with you guys right now. There's 50 people left. I have recorded 2 different raps. I don't know which one I'm going to release in the coming week. Okay? If you guys want, I'll tell you the name of both of them. I don't know which one I want to release because I'm going to catch flack from both sides for either one. So they're going to be kind of controversial, but we'll see. One of them is called Rick's Plan. The other one's called Run, Run, Pass, Punt. So depending on which one you guys want, one of them is Rick's Plan, and the other one is Run, Run, Pass, Punt. Both of them are going to get me in some kind of trouble from one side or the other. But, you know, some things need to be, you know, brought up. Because everybody knows I'm repping to you all day, every day. But sometimes you got to do what you got to do. And I do have an interview coming up with the new verbal commit, the Australian punter, Lewis Headley. We've been messaging back and forth. Gonna try to get him to call in next week, and I'll post a video of the interview with him. See why he committed to Miami, what it is about the U that has intrigued him, coming from Australia and then currently punting for a college in California. So that's the other side of the country. So hopefully we can get him on the channel. I think that would be pretty cool. I think that would be neat because just so you guys know, he saw the video that I put up. So you people with your comments, he sees them. He saw them, and most of them were positive and welcoming. So I'm glad they were, because he said he messaged me and he was like, "Thanks for the love, man. Love all those comments and stuff from all the Hurricanes fam welcoming me to Miami." So you guys, seriously, it makes a difference. You guys are going to laugh when I say it helps recruiting, but this dude is only verbally committed to Miami. So he could verbally commit to anybody else, but you guys showing him love on a video of mine that he watched, it makes a difference. You guys, all of you, make a difference. So you could be the reason why Lewis Headley stays with Miami. No joke. I'm being 100% real talk right now. You could be the difference. You could be the reason why he stays. So appreciate you guys so much. This is what it's about all day, every day, win or loss. We are always going to be here. I don't know if he saw me punting, but I told him that I stand no chance against him. I'm not making the trip down to Miami for the open tryouts for punter, because I just don't stand a chance against this dude. Dude's a beast. So I'm going to play a quick outro. Appreciate all of the donations and new subs tonight. Thank you guys so much for all the people who called in. Glad I could get as many of you on the phone as possible. But we're out of here for tonight. Been a good stream. You guys, love hanging out with you guys week in and week out, man. Appreciate you guys so much. Seriously, it means you guys family to me. It's all about the U, baby. I'll see you guys tomorrow night for the Georgia Tech game. I will see you then. Go Canes.